65% of them can't read. That school right there, you know, where everybody's fucking ghetto dancing for their diploma? 65%, nearly 7 out of every 10 of them can't fucking read. Only 35% of their graduates are capable of reading at a high school level. I have no doubt they can probably crip walk. They would struggle to read a fucking comic book.
Hello, fat racist fuck. You're wrong. As usual. So you got the percentage wrong, and then you got what the percentage means wrong too, because you're just fucking killing it, dude. Turns out it's actually 44%, not 35%. No clue where that came from. And it's 44% of students who have reading proficiency. And I know your dumbass looked at reading proficiency and said, well, if they're not proficient, they must not be able to read. Not only is that not correct, the truth of the situation is not just an inconvenience to your argument, it completely destroys it. So the truth is, in Louisiana, the only way you're actually considered to be proficient in something is if you're at a mastery or advanced level. There are 5 different reading levels in Louisiana, and only one of them means that you can't read at a high school level. The other 4, you can read at a high school level, just at different degrees. And very unfortunately for you, US News actually breaks down the percentage of students that fall into each level, and only 7% fall into the unsatisfactory level. That means 93% of students at that school are reading at a high school level or above. So it turns out those kids actually do know how to read, and it's you who doesn't know how to read enough to stop being a racist piece of shit.
Cooked them. Absolutely cooked them. And I'm gonna be straight up. I fuck with the older millennials content. But in this instance right here, he got cooked, fried, tie-dyed, laid to the side type shit. You know what I'm saying? You got to keep it real. You got to keep it a bean. And I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, I feel like the older millennials are racist and all of this other stuff. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm strictly talking about the percentages and the numbers and the stuff that he brought up. Okay? Because he was wrong here. And a lot of people do what he just did in this instance with damn near all the analytics and all the damn studies and percentages and stuff that come back. The main one that folks tend to utilize, weaponize, and, you know, fuck up in the process of using it is when they talk about, oh, the violence in the black community, they're only 13% of the population, but they're committing 50% of the crimes and violence, and blah, 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 blah. I'll be like, shut the fuck up. Because what the older millennial just did is what everybody else does. Okay? And I'm not saying everything that the older millennial did. I'm talking about one particular thing, and that's comprehending the information that you're reading. And then also considering the other side of the coin. In dealing with this particular category, subject, information, stats, whatever, bro, there's always 2 sides of the coin, and it never gets considered. Like I said, when folks bring up black people are 13% of the population, they commit 50% of the violent crimes, but no one comes out and say, or even take account or implement or try to, you know, bring in the numbers of how many times black people are wrongfully convicted of these violent crimes, which is a lot. Black people are 19 times more wrongfully convicted than other folks, bro. 19 times. So for every 1 time a white guy gets convicted of something, there's a group of 19 black men that just got wrongfully convicted. But you know what they don't? They don't ever come back and change the numbers on the conviction rate. Even after the black person gets found not guilty and they find out that the case and whatever was fraudulent and that they were innocent the entire time, once that happens, those numbers, they don't take those numbers and then adjust these numbers over here to make sure that they're absolutely 100% accurate. No, they leave, the violent crimes and the offenses and all this stuff, it stays the same. They don't change it after they find out 19 dudes versus 1 other person gets convicted wrongfully in the black community. They never take that into account. Now, if you take that 50% of all the violent crimes and all that shit, and then you take into account that 19 times versus 1 white person, 19 black dudes will get wrongfully convicted. For each one of those 1%, it could have been 19 or more dudes wrongfully convicted. They could have been innocent. But yeah, that's a totally different ballgame. I know I went off on that, but you know, it is what it is. Back to the older millennial. Yeah, he got cooked. Good shit to you. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I fuck with older millennial content. You know what I'm saying? But that doesn't mean that I have to agree with everything someone says. You feel me? Like, I don't like the way the world moves today. It seems like you have to be 100% in agreement and alliance, all of this shit with somebody in order to be like, okay, I'm cool with them or I fuck with their content or shit like that. No, just because I say I fuck with somebody's content or I've enjoyed their content in the past or that I watch their content now does not mean that I agree with everything they say 100%. Doesn't mean that they're 100% correct on everything that they talk about. Okay? Please, y'all need to understand that shit too. But I'm done. I want to hear from y'all. What are y'all thoughts on all of this? Do you guys see what I'm saying? Did you guys get what I was laying down right here? On how folks be not looking at the other side of the coin. They don't take that into account when they be coming with these numbers and all that shit. And then, bro, everybody out here is moving around with a lack of comprehension levels. Straight up. Everybody. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. You can't say it's not that because you got a dude sitting here making a video talk about these people can't read and blah, blah, blah. And come to find out, it's just off of him not comprehending the fucking data that he's reading all the way entirely. Hey, older millennial, go run a fucking lap. That's 10 push-ups. You owe us all 10 push-ups for that bullshit. Straight up. I'm done. I want to hear from y'all now. Drop your thoughts and feelings in the comments.